Okay, so I have a pretty funny story time for you guys today, and it's very recent. And honestly, I'm not going to say I'm happy this happened because obviously, I'm never happy when something goes wrong, but it's definitely perfect timing because for some reason, you guys love stories like this, and it's a story like that. So, yeah, man, there's really no other way to intro this. I hope you enjoy it. Leave a like on the video if you do, and let's get into today's story time. So about 2 days ago, I was laying in my bed, doing nothing. There was a lot of things I should have been doing. I probably should have been working on a video and uploading. I probably should have been at the studio. You know, there was a million productive things I probably should have been doing, but on this day, I was feeling very lazy, so I was laying in bed doing nothing. Well, after laying in bed doing nothing, watching TV for like an hour or so, my phone goes off. It's a text message. It was from a group chat. I have this group chat, this iMessage group chat with like 4 of my close friends from my hometown, and it was my friend Jason. He texts the group chat and he goes, "Yo, casino tonight?" Now, I love going to the casino because it's fun to be there, but it's not fun losing your money. So naturally, I was very 50-50 on this. I was like, I don't really know if I want to go or not. Like, you know, if I go, I'm going to lose money probably. But then there was that other part of my brain that was telling me like, bro, just go. Maybe you'll win $1 million. Like, it's the casino. Maybe you'll get lucky, right? Which, by the way, you're probably never going to win $1 million at a casino, okay? So do yourself a favor, keep your money, and stay the hell home, because I should have done that on this night. But I didn't do that. I texted my friend back, and I was like, yeah, I'm down. And the rest of my friends in the group chat were also down. So before I knew it, about an hour later, all of them pulled up to my house, and we were all hanging out in my living room, getting ready to go to the casino. Now, after hanging out at my house for a little bit, we all headed out in one car to the casino. We got there. It was about an hour drive. It wasn't too bad. It's also a very big casino, a lot of people there, very big building, a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, it was fun. It started off really fun. The first 30 minutes, I was up like $500. I was winning. I was having a good time. I was excited. And the more I won, the more carried away I got. I wish I could say that this story time ends with me walking out with thousands of dollars or millions of dollars, but by the end of the night, I had lost it all, okay? That's all I'm going to say. This story time isn't about the money I won or lost, okay? That is completely irrelevant. But just to let you guys know, I lost it all. I got all the way up to like $700 at one point, and then like within 20 minutes, I pissed it away, and I was not going to gamble anymore. I was very angry. Now, the majority of us hanging out at this casino was pretty fun. We were all having a really good time, enjoying ourselves, but it wasn't until the last, I'd say 10 minutes of us being there where this story time really just kind of, becomes a story time. Because I wouldn't be talking about this night if something interesting didn't happen or crazy, you know? So yeah, like I said, we had 10 minutes before we were about to leave. We were literally pretty much on our way out, right? We were about to leave, and I thought this was going to be like any other night of going to the casino. You know, I lost some money, but I had fun with my friends, and it was just, any other casino night, right? No. So in the last 10 minutes of us being there, my friend Jason was on one of these random slot machines spinning away his last $40, right? And while he's spinning away his money, gambling, he pulls out his vape and he starts hitting it right at the slot machine in front of 3 other people. There was 3 people sitting next to him at the other slots, and they could see this. And one of the ladies that was sitting next to him looked at him and gave him a visibly disgusted face. She was mad that he was vaping, right? So I looked at him and I was like, bro, you should probably not do that right now. And he's like, bro, it's a vape. It's not like I'm smoking. Who cares? And I was like, bro, there's literally a smoking section 10 feet in the other direction. We could just go in that room and you could vape all you want and then we won't get in trouble. He's like, bro, what are you talking about? We're not going to get in trouble. It's fine. I'm not going to the smoking section just to vape. That's where people go to smoke cigarettes. I'm like, bro, that's also where people go to vape, which is the truth, by the way. All the casinos near me, they have smoking sections, designated smoking areas, and you can go in there and play your games and still smoke or vape. So I don't know why he didn't just want to go in there. I guess he didn't like the smell of cigarettes. I don't know. But I thought what he was doing was stupid because there was a lot of people around and, the lady looked really upset and I thought she was going to go tell somebody. Now, she didn't tell anybody. She just kept gambling and looking very disgusted at him, but she didn't tell anyone. So I thought, okay, maybe we're in the clear, right? I still think what Jason was doing was pretty stupid because there was literally a smoking section 10 feet away, but whatever. So he keeps gambling, right? And about 10 minutes later, he takes his fucking vape out again, his fucking geek bar, and he starts ripping it again. Now, I didn't say anything this time because I feel like I would have just, been wasting my breath because he clearly already didn't care about the first time I said something. So I just didn't even bother, right? And right after he's done ripping it, he puts it back in his pocket and proceeds to start blowing the vape out all over, in front of him, right? Onto the slot machine. And I look to my right and I see one of the casino employees walking by lock eyes onto me, my friends, and Jason. And I watch his direction change. He went from going like straight to coming right for us. And I'm like, Jason, we're about to get in trouble. Like, the staff's coming over. Next thing we know, the staff member walks up to us and he goes, excuse me. And he points to Jason. And Jason's like, yeah. And the staff member goes, you can't smoke in here. And Jason's like, I wasn't smoking. And the staff member's like, I just saw you put something in your pocket and you blew smoke out. Like, you can't smoke in here. We have a smoking area for a reason. I'm going to have to ask you to leave the casino. And Jason immediately gets an attitude with this dude. He's like, I'm not leaving. I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't even smoking. It was a vape. It's not the same thing. And the employee's arguing back. He's like, I don't care if it's not smoke. You're still blowing vapor out. And like, you're not supposed to be doing that in this area. Like, you're supposed to go in the smoking area. Like, you either leave now or I'm having security come over and they're going to ban you forever. So you can either leave now and, come back another day and not be banned, or I'm going to get security and you're going to be banned forever. How's that sound? Now, I'm not going to lie. The employee was completely in the right, in my opinion. Like, the dude was just doing his job. Like, obviously, Jason shouldn't have been smoking in the area where you're not supposed to smoke. And to be honest, he was being way more respectful than a lot of other people probably would be. Like, I'm sure a lot of other places would have banned him immediately for doing that. But this guy was like offering him the ability to leave and not get banned. And we were literally all about to leave anyway. Like, in just a few minutes, we were about to be out the door anyway. But Jason was being a prideful little fuck and didn't want to leave because now he was being told he had to leave. So naturally, me and my friends are kind of like on the side of the employee. We're like, bro, don't be a dick. Like, let's just leave. We're about to leave anyway. Like, we want to be able to come back one day with you. And if you get banned, we can't do that. Like, come on. And he's just not listening. Like, he is just not listening at all. And he's just still sitting in that chair, playing the slot machine, doing, just what he's doing. And the employee pulls out his little radio and he starts radioing security. To which at that point, I knew it was over for Jason. I knew they were about to come over. They're about to make him like fill out paperwork or something and ban his ass from the casino. And we'd never be able to come back to this casino again with Jason. But at the end of the day, that's his fault. Okay, like, I'm not going to feel bad for him. He's a fucking idiot, right? So about like a minute later, one of the security guards come over and this dude is ripped. Motherfucker looks like The Rock, bro. Like, he is a ripped ass security guard. Very muscular, very intimidating looking. And I fully expected him to be a full-blown asshole to us, right? Like, he just looked scary and mean. But surprisingly, he was even nicer than the employee was about everything. He came over and he's like, listen, man, you can't vape in here. If you want to vape next time, go in the smoking section. But today, you guys are done. You got to get going. We're going to escort you out. You can come back another day. We're not going to ban you, but you got to leave. And Jason just pretends like he doesn't hear him. Now, at this point, that security guard was so nice that I did not like the fact that Jason was being such a dick to him. And all of my friends were kind of on the same page. Like, we really did not like how Jason was acting. So I looked over at the security guard and I was like, hey, we really appreciate you being cool with us. We'll leave right now. And I proceeded to reach over and click the cash out button on Jason's slot so it would spit his little money voucher out. And he starts getting mad at me. He's like, what the fuck, bro? I wasn't done. I'm not leaving yet. I'm like, bro, we're fucking leaving. These employees are being way nicer than they have to. Like, I'm not letting you get banned. We're going. And he's giving me like mad attitude. He lets out this like huge sigh. He like stands up and like kicks the chair back. It almost falls over. He grabs the ticket out of my hand, like the voucher ticket or whatever that has the money on it. Then he walks over to like the cash out machine and he puts it in there. It spits out his money. I think it was like $20 or something. And we start walking towards the nearest exit. And while we're walking towards the nearest exit, that security guard, the really buff one, is behind us. And the employee is also behind us on his little radio telling the security officer something that we're leaving. And once again, we were about to leave anyway. So this really wasn't that big of a deal to me. Like, okay, yeah, we got kicked out. It sucks. But like, we'll just come back another day. At least Jason didn't get banned. So we can come back with him if we want to. Although I'm not going to lie, I really don't want to go anywhere with him after this because dude does not know how to act in public. But whatever, right? So just as we're about to walk out the front doors, like just as we're about to be home free, like out the front doors, outside, Jason decides to push his luck and just be a little dickhead. He proceeds to pull out his geek bar, like right before we're about to walk out. Like while he's still in the casino, he pulls it out and he proceeds to start hitting it while he's still inside. Just to be a dick and like antagonize these employees, right? And let me tell you, that shit pissed them off. Specifically the security guard. I went from seeing him be the nicest, most respectful guy ever to just going full crash out. he proceeded to run up to Jason and then grabs the geek bar, right? Like in his hand, and Jason tries to lock onto it with his hand, and they're basically playing Vape Crashout tug of war, right? Like they're trying to get it out of each other's hands. But like I said earlier, this motherfucker, the security guard, had a hell of a lot more muscle than Jason did. And I'm not gonna lie, for the first few seconds, the security guard was definitely holding back. Like, I could tell he wasn't pulling as hard as he wanted to, right? But after a few, pulls and a few struggles, the security guard said, fuck it, and just yanked that shit. And Jason held on, so he yanked Jason to the ground. And then they were just wrestling on the ground, like almost fighting, basically. And within like a few seconds, that vape was out of Jason's hand and in the security guard's possession. The security guard then proceeded to stand up with Jason, grabbed him by his shirt, and then like ran him over to the security office, like escorted him really fast over there, right? And me and my other friends were just left like standing there, like in this casino with this employee, and the security guard and Jason are gone, and we're just standing there looking confused, and the employee goes, you guys are fine, you can leave, like we don't need anything from you guys, you can go, you're not banned. Your friend, however, he's probably getting banned. And we're like, yeah, understandable. And we stood there for like a few minutes, but we kind of like realized that it's gonna be a while until we see Jason again. So we decided to walk out of the casino, walk across the street to a burger place, and we hung out there for like an hour and got some food. Now, after we got done getting food, we started walking back to the casino, and on our way back, in the parking lot, one of my friend's phone starts ringing, and sure enough, it's Jason, and my friend answers the phone. He's like, yo, what's good, man? And Jason's like, yeah, so I got banned, and that didn't surprise me one fucking bit. Like, that was obviously gonna happen. But also, it doesn't end there. So Jason made a huge fuss, like, in the security office about the fact that, like, the security guard put his hands on him first. And like, made a huge deal and like wanted to talk to management. And apparently management suspended the security guard while they investigate what happened. I don't know how true that is because honestly, Jason be exaggerating sometimes, so he might be full of shit. But when I go back next time, I'll let you know if he still works there or not. I mean, honestly, I'll just leave it in the comments next time I go back there. So if you're watching this in the future, check the pinned comments. Maybe it's down there. I don't know, man. Either way, just crazy night. Absolutely ridiculous. And I thought you would enjoy hearing about it. So I hope you enjoyed this story time. Jason, in my opinion, is kind of the dickhead here. I definitely won't be going to any casinos with him anytime soon. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this story time, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I will see you all later. Peace.
Know your place, bad bitches, pull up on me, I got 2 switches, 20 gauge rounds, hit you up like it's nutrition, I've risen, everything